Hey VAT, back with the fourth installment of this mutating the word mutate. Before, what we did was we got rid of the negative space in the A, and now what I want to do is I kind of want to put in an eyeball, sort of like to make this A like a small like Mike Wazowski from Monsters Inc. So what I was going to do is I was going to use circles, and I was going to stack circles on top of each other to create the illusion of an eyeball. So I'm going to take the ellipse tool, I'm going to hold down shift and stretch out a circle. I'm going to make that circle white. And you could then go about making another circle and then another circle and another circle, but you can also copy and paste. And so I select the circle that I just made, and I do edit, copy, or Control C, and then I either go to edit, paste, or Control V to paste that circle down, and I shrink that holding down shift and shrinking from the corner, and this is going to be the iris of the eye, so it's going to be colorful. So I'm going to give that a bit of color. Alright, now I've got one more circle to stack up on top of here, and it's going to be the pupil. The pupil of the eye is going to be black, and it's going to be smaller than the iris. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy again. So Control C. I could hit Control V to paste, but you saw the first time how Control V just pastes kind of wherever it wants to. So instead of pasting like that, I'm going to go to Edit, Paste in Front. I'll use the key command also sometimes, and it's called Control F. And what it does is it pastes it directly on top of the original. So it looks like nothing has happened at all. I know that it's exactly centered though, and so when I shrink this, I'm going to hold down shift to keep it a circle. I'm also going to hold down alt at the same time and shrink it down so that it shrinks towards the center. I'm going to give it the color of black, and then I'm going to do two more things to add some detail to this eye. I'm going to copy and paste another circle or create a small circle. I'm going to throw white fill in that, and that's going to be working as highlight. So I'm going to offset that a little bit, just like that. And I'm going to do one more thing for detail. I'm going to add a star shape here as to create the illusion of that radial pattern that is in most eyeballs. So when you look up at them very closely, you can see that star pattern. I'm going to add that by using the star tool, which is located inside of the tools, the shape tools. In the rectangle tool, you click and hold that button down and go to the star tool. When you click and drag out a star, it starts off as 5 points. If you hit up on the cursor key, on the keys, the arrow keys, you can get more and more points until it looks like a sun or a starburst or something. And I'm going to try to make this about the same size as the eye, the iris of the eye, the color part. And I'm going to choose a color that will show up on the eye itself, and I'm going to move that over. And I purposefully did this out of order to show you that when you, I'm going to stretch this to make it fit a little better. When you create it, every shape that you create, it creates that shape on top of a stack, basically. So there's arrangement. There's an arrangement of shapes. Every single time you bring in a new shape, it puts it on the top of the stack. So when I made this star, it went on top of everything, and I don't want it to be on top of the pupil. I don't want it to be on top of the highlight. I want to send it back in the stack so that it's underneath the pupil. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select that shape. There's a couple different ways to send this back in the arrangement. You can select the shape that you want to move in the arrangement, and then right-click on it, go to Arrange, and it's already in the front. So we don't want to do that. We don't want to bring it forward because we can't bring it any more forward. It's already in the front. And so what we're going to do is we're going to send it backwards. I could send it to the back, but then it's going to go behind everything. So I just want to send it to the back. And what I note here is that the key command for sending something backwards one step at a time is Control left bracket. So I'm going to hit that Control left bracket. It goes behind the highlight, you see. And if I hold Control and hit left bracket again, it goes behind the pupil. If I want to resize the pupil a little bit, I can always make adjustments after the fact. So now if I make that a little smaller, I can see what's going on if I make that a little smaller. I think I'm happy with that, and that's how you can make an eyeball for this the letter A.